left-wing Kingz. Listen, think, act, repeat. One of the most notorious Trump quotes came from a leaked Access Hollywood tape in October 2016, just weeks before the election. Yeah, you know you love this one. In the tape, Trump was caught on a hot mic bragging about his ability to sexually assault women because of his fame. Now, what he said was, when you're a star, they let you do it. You could do anything. Grab him by the pussy. Wanda, I've never done that to you. Why do you... Look.
Hey.
Look, and I never would, because that ain't something that a man should do to a woman. But Wanda.
Well, let's keep
without
her permission, but damn.
Yeah. With full consent. So, Wanda.
Add that part to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get that right. Wanda, why do some women still support Trump after hearing how he treats them?
I don't know. Women help. I sit up here and contemplated that, and I had to look at some information and really try to understand from a woman perspective. Because again, I'm so about character that it's ridiculous. So I don't understand how you just act like character doesn't matter. But anyways, so policy obviously with some of these women takes precedence over character. That's what I would say. I think their idea of what he speaks to, I guess, and I'm not really sure I can speak to it, but would be his policies. Like when we're talking about abortion, I guess if a woman is strongly against abortion, they would follow suit. Economics, maybe about the free market, I guess that takes precedence to her. I think their religious beliefs sometimes, and not on a take, not that you think he's some type of Christian, because we've already been down that route. But I think they believe in like the forgiveness, like he's a man and we should forgive him. And even though his rhetoric is just horrible, he's still out there to do good and do good by these specific things. I still don't understand what those specific things are. Only one I can really think about it would be abortion, the immigration, and maybe the national threat, or they feel like immigrants are a national threat. Maybe that takes precedence. But again, as a female, I don't know how you ride with this man.
Yeah.
I don't think he respects women. I don't think he cares about women. I don't think he is for women. I think what's on the ballot is freedom for your own reproductive rights. But I guess some of those things may just, I don't speak to them. I don't know. I can't speak for them because I've never been for him, never liked the man before he was even a president, really didn't follow him then, but definitely about the things that he says and does, and me observing how his wife feels about him. That just tells me everything I need to know about this man.
Basically.
The end.
I'll be truthful. I think it's, when it comes to women, it's several Trump supporters. I got good friends of mine that support Trump, and people that I know that are female. So I don't want to say the first. I think there's two types. I think there's one type, and I think there's one woman who's like got low self-esteem. And I think that's one of them. Like, there's a type of woman that, like, for whatever reason, they have low self-esteem and feel for whatever reason men should be running the world or whatever the case may be, and that's the normal pecking order. I mean, I think there's that woman that exists.
Right.
Then I have other people that fall in the category. I think it's, I think a lot of times they're ignoring him, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, to be different, to come from that side of the argument. I don't know, because the one thing they can't argue that he's a piece of shit when it comes to women.
Yeah.
Like there's no woman that can't say he don't give two shits about women. He never did. Never gave a shit about his wife. You know what I'm saying? Wives.
Past.
His
baby mamas.
He buys hookers. You know what I'm saying? We know he do that.
Right.
He's rolling with Epstein and Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Let's gonna put that on there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's evidence of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere there's been an issue with like sexual abuse, he's been part of it. They got him in that damn suit from the 80s all the way up to here. He's hanging with them people. Whoever's been, Weinstein, whoever went down, he's been with them. You know what I'm saying? So, whereas, birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? Now on top of that, it's just what he says. Dude went to beauty pageants and made people feel uncomfortable in the back.
Yeah.
He was watching.
These are children.
You know what I'm saying?
He in the dressing room.
Emphasis on children.
Dude made a lewd comment about his daughter on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like I say, so that's why I say with women, it's kind of like I'm gonna ignore that and try to. I'm gonna say most women, if they're conservative, I'm gonna ignore that and I'm gonna focus on the policies. Like they know he's a piece of shit when it comes to women, but they're trying to agree with him because of the
Like I
policies.
said, it has to be the abortion.
You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to stay party true and all of this and that, and they're trying to ignore. They hear the shit like we hear the shit, but they're gonna ignore that. And some of them may be, well, all men are like that. Nah, all men ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all got a friend like that. You know what I'm saying? You know who they are, but all of us ain't like that. So some of them, I think it's a self-esteem thing. Hey, you know what? I'm bold with my husband. Men should be running the world. They always have, and you know, and that's sad. But then you have the ones that I think that are educated and knowledgeable and strong women that try to agree with his policies and maybe agree with conservatives and things of that nature and trying to stay party strong. But they're ignoring all the bullshit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and that's horrible. And then all his policies go against women's rights and things of that nature also. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
I just think, like, he's lucky that a woman ain't tried to kill his ass yet, okay? Now, I'm just saying this because there's been assassination attempts, one Republican, one Democrat, both men, both white, Anglo-Saxon male Americans. And he's done more to upset women than any man right now at this point. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, we don't think that anyone should kill anyone. I don't want the man to die. I don't want him to be killed. But if anyone should be out to get this motherfucker, it should be a female. But the thing about females is, I don't think anybody brought this up yet, that they're just forgiving individuals.
It's not religious place. They're forgiving.
Well, I mean, even regardless of religion, they're just forgiving.
I know a couple ain't forgiving.
They're just, well, there's some that don't forgive you, but there's a lot of them who do. They're very forgiving.
Yeah.
They will let. Think about this. How many times you heard about the woman that stayed with the man who beat her up? This is her getting physically touched by this man. Trump ain't physically touched any of these women that's going to vote for them. But some of these women out there probably, unfortunately, in bad situations with men because they just keep on forgiving them and keep on going back to them and things like that. I just think that women have big hearts. And that's the thing that kind of keeps some of these women from just, ignoring some of the shit that he says. And they like the policies, but I talked about that before. Like, there's a bunch of Republicans got the same policies as him.
So why are you aligned?
You don't have
him?
to align with him. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, women are forgiving individuals, and I think that that's one big thing. That even if he says all of the stuff that he said, he's an adjudicated rapist. He says crazy shit. He's hung out with all of these people, and I do want to say, just because he hangs out with them doesn't mean that he did anything. But damn, there's a lot of smoke. So, he got could be some fire there. You know what I'm saying? And he got cases for the same thing. So at the end of the day, women are forgiving creatures. He's just lucky that militia of women ain't came after his ass yet, because he said a lot.
Just think about it. He's not Donald Trump. We just hearing about it. Somebody, you don't know if it's Trump. But if I'm walking to you, I say, hey, man, I got this friend, man. That dude, shoot, man. He just caught a case for raping a woman in the restroom. He was on TV talking about grabbing people by the pussy. And they got him hanging out with Epstein. You're going to be like, who's that piece of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey.
I mean, if you don't know the name, like, I'm just telling you, I'm just describing it. You'd be like,
just taking the name off.
Who's this dude raping people in the restroom?
With 3 baby mamas.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I
got my dude.
You ain't got no 3
baby mamas.
That's a lot of baby mamas, but they don't call them that. They're just like his ex-wives. No, they're baby moms, like you call everybody. If he was a black man, they would be dragging him through the dirt.
There's people like him. He's been divorced a lot of times. I don't know how many times.
No, who got NDAs but him?
3
who
or 4?
Puts NDAs on their ex-wives?
Rich people. But I mean, at the end of the day, it don't mean that he's a horrible guy. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't like making assumptions. You know me. I just don't like assuming anything. There's a lot of smoke, and I will I will gladly say he's probably, based on the things he said, I do not think that he is for women at all. At all.
No.
So I
he
mean,
would definitely dive in. Okay, NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Nobody needs to put one on unless you don't want people to say certain things.
He the friend to be
about
sizing
things
people
they
up
have
at
to
church.
say.
That's who he is. You know, your friend to be at church size.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, look at that skirt, nigga. We in the house of the Lord, fool.
Yeah, he's nasty. Anyways, I also think his cultural identity, like you said with the women, I think it's their cultural identity. Like, my family's Republican, so we vote Republican.
Yeah.
And since he has the R at the end of his name, regardless if we all know, if you're a true Republican, he does not stand for Republicans, but he did align himself to your party. So they feel, I got to ride or die. They're very loyal,
Yeah.
I want to say in that.
yeah.
Too damn loyal.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm perplexed by that, but I'm even more perplexed by the next one that we're going to talk about.